Here's how to add lines or shapes in Illustrator. If you want to add lines or shapes in your sticker template or any of my templates in Illustrator, so select your line tool and then draw a line across. Okay, you can stop right here. I'll just zoom in. So that's Control or Command plus. When you first draw a line, you will notice that your line seems to be non-existent because your line hasn't been given a weight yet. So what you do is go up to your stroke here, your stroke panel, and then choose whatever weight that you want. I like to stick to something very thin like 0.25, but feel free to put 1 point or 0.5 points. It's really up to you. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to create a shape next to it. It could be a box, it could be a star. So let's try a different shape. Well, let me shorten it. Okay, I'm just going to click this point and hold down my shift key and just shorten it a little bit so that I can give some room for my graphic on the side. So I'm just going to hold down on this tool, and then there's a number of shapes that comes up. Now I want to create a star, so I want to put a star next to my line. So I just click on the star, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click once on the artboard, and I'm going to give it like you can actually adjust the different dimensions, the radius of the star, the outside radius, the inside radius. I think this is the outside radius and the inside radius. I'm not too sure, but you can always play around. But I'm just going to keep it at 5 points, and I'm going to click OK. Alright, perfect. I'm just going to scale it down by holding down my shift key. Okay, and then I'm going to click on the star itself, and I'm going to give it a color. Okay, I'll probably just keep it plain, but I'll probably going to rotate it, hold down my shift key and rotate it like that, or you can just rotate it however you like. Okay, I'm just going to scale it some more. Alright, just a little bit more, just going to a little bit more like that, just to scale up a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to align this line towards the bottom of the star. Hold down the line first and hold down the shift key and click on the star, and make sure this is aligned to selection, and just hit on to vertical align bottom. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to group it together, Command G or Control G. Okay, so once that's done, I want to make a kind of like a mini to-do list. So I'm going to duplicate this a number of times, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down my Option or Alt key. Alright, and then hold on your shift key so that it doesn't move, it stays in place, and find the distance that you like. I think this is a good distance, so I'm just going to let go, and then on my keyboard use this shortcut key to duplicate. It will repeat the last step that you've created. So Command D or Control D, and you can duplicate as many as you want. Okay, so I'm just going to delete the last one because I don't think I need that. And I'm going to probably space this out a little bit because there's a little bit of space down here. So I'm just going to space out a little bit like that. Okay, and I'm going to select the rest of the shapes by clicking on the first object, and then hold down your shift key and select the rest. Oops. Okay. So once you've selected everything, you select this vertical distribute bottom. Alright, so it just spaced out nicely for you, and then group your object. So Command G. Basically this whole thing is grouped. I'll just zoom out by using my Command minus, and then I think I'm quite happy with how it's looking. And then I want to align it in between this box so that it's kind of centered in. So I'm just gonna, you can actually move it like that to see whether it's in the middle. Another way is you can just click on your group object and hold down your shift key and click on this element, and then make sure this is aligned to selection and click on this align center. Oh, it's already a line center. So that's it. And that is how you create a line and a shape in Illustrator.